there's one thing about me, APSA and I go way back. From being a high school senior performing at the high school conference 2019 to being academic co-coordinator from 2020 to 2021 to today in 2022. That's over 3 years of being involved with APSA, where I've grown so much more than I've expected to. I've gone through so much change throughout the past years because of APSA, and tonight I'll show you how I can return the favor by bringing change to APSA. My name is Lomibao Jr., pronouns are he, him, his, and I'm a third-year music recording technology and audio design major, running for the 2022 to 2023 APSA Vice President of External Affairs. As a former academic co-coordinator, there's no other position I'd be more confident in running for than the Vice President of External Affairs. The Vice President of External Affairs oversees the external branch, including the academic duo, cultural coordinator, webmaster, and historian. I've chosen to run for this position because I've worked within the external branch as academic co-coordinator, hosting virtual events like 2 mentor-mentee nights, high school conference, and because I have experience on board handling duties like committee work and being a fan head. I also not only know how the academic duo works, but also have gained a sense in how the cultural coordinator, webmaster, and historian positions worked, as they've been filled during my executive year. So, and since I've become most familiar with how the external branch operates, I'm willing to give support for all positions where it's needed, for events hosted by external branch members, and offer creative support as well in order to be as effective as possible when considering APSA's outreach to the AAPI community outside of SDSU. Although things aren't the same as when I was on executive board, and now that it's been a year since then, I'm still confident that I'm fully capable of fulfilling this position. The year 2020 has been a rough patch in everyone's lives, which was definitely the most mentally exhausting, and if I can share what I've learned throughout that time, I'm willing to do so. One thing I've become skilled at in that time was embracing the struggle, accepting situations I have no control of, and striving to become a better person from it. Although you can host online meetings by clicking a few buttons, encouraging people to attend virtual events wasn't an easy task. And now that in-person events are back, I'm sure that hosting those wasn't any easier. Being adaptive to situations is an important skill that I believe that all leaders should have, so that's what I'll be integrating to my leadership style. When guiding the external branch, the carrying out of APSA's mission statement is important to me. Everything that we've been looking forward to during quarantine can be achieved only through strong leadership, and I'm certain that I can provide that. The Vice President of External Affairs not only supports and oversees the external branch and their duties, but also has some duties unique to its position. I believe that I have the resolve to carry out these duties to make the APSA experience more welcoming and more community-oriented. There are a few events that the VP External organizes that I believe will improve APSA's connection to the community outside of SDSU. Events in the past, such as the Lunar New Year Festival and the Hot Chocolate Run, are both great volunteering opportunities for APSA to become more engaged with the AAPI community, and I'm willing to bring these back. I look forward to incorporating non-SDSU events from the past and hopefully including new opportunities like these in order to strengthen APSA's external connections. So normally you're not really supposed to rant about how passionate you are about APSA, but I won't take long, I swear. So when you're in college, you've got to do something. When I say that, I mean that there's so much more to being here at SDSU than working and stressing out over deadlines and struggling to graduate. College life isn't easy for most of us. We all have our different backgrounds, whether you're from around here and commute, whether you're from somewhere farther in California, or an entirely different state, or an entirely different country. But we all have our own struggles that we face, our own problems that we deal with daily, and somewhere along the way, we've all decided that we'd get involved with this club. And I'm sure that most of us here definitely don't regret that decision to be here. So let's keep that ball rolling and keep improving every step of the way, being with APSA, and show our community how much we love being here. It's an amazing thing to be back together, back in person, to have watched everyone grow together, not only as friends, but as college students, recovering from an ongoing pandemic. And after seeing the things I've seen for a year without being on board, and seeing how much everyone else has improved, I could never look away from this position on this org. So if you'll take me back for another year on executive board, just say the word and I'll be there. Thank you.